Hello everyone and welcome to my Y&R Insider 24 update channel. Will Lily reveal the steamy train romance between Phyllis and Kane? According to the latest news and spoilers for The Young and the Restless, Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, and Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn, might be getting ready for a hot train ride. Let's talk about what's to come on the CBS soap because it seems like this couple might find themselves in a dangerous situation. Nick is back at it trying to save Phyllis. To begin, Joshua Morrow's Nick Newman will attempt to stop Phyllis from making a big mistake once more. He just doesn't seem to be able to stop playing the hero. Nick believes that Phyllis and Kane's partnership will only bring about disaster. He doesn't want Phyllis to end up in jail because Kane has dragged her too deeply into the situation. If Phyllis continues to engage in illegal activities for Kane in the midst of the AI software chaos, this could very well turn out to be a grim reality for her. Although there is currently no evidence to support the existence of that software, the looming threat has undoubtedly alarmed a number of significant Genoa city figures. Naturally, there have been some doubts regarding its existence. There's a good chance that Kane is just bluffing. Kane might be bluffing to unsettle his rivals, but Phyllis truly trusts Kane's software and is prepared to proceed with it. Phyllis will defend Kane and their unique bond when Nick confronts her during the grilling session. Kane and Phyllis understand each other well, so Phyllis could argue that they owe no explanations to anyone else. Kane will also be subjected to pressure from those he cares about at the same time. Kane will confront Jill Abbott, Jess Walton, and Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil, about his past, which may result in discussions regarding the good, the bad, and the ugly. With the assistance of Adam and Chelsea, Victor comes back. With Adam Newman, Mark Grossman, and Chelsea Lawson, Melissa Claire Egan, Victor Newman, Eric Braden, is about to launch a significant media attack against Kane. This could lead to this situation. Kane might turn to Phyllis for consolation when he feels bad about the upcoming interrogation and is upset by the media coverage. As the week of October 6th to 10th draws to a close, we are aware that Phyllis will find herself in a precarious position. Could this result in some intense passion between Phyllis and Kane? After her confrontation with Kane, Lily might forget something, and when she comes back, she might see something unexpected. Regardless, in the coming weeks, Phyllis will be linked to a new love interest, so keep an eye out for any romantic developments involving Kane. Dancing with Danger once more by Phyllis Summers. One of Y&R's most complex women, Phyllis Summers has always been charming, impulsive, and motivated by both love and vengeance. She excels at daring actions that frequently blur the distinction between genius and self-destruction. After her previous schemes nearly cost her her freedom, Phyllis has been having difficulty regaining her good name in recent years. Yet, even when she tries to go straight, she somehow gravitates toward danger. Enter Kane Ashby, another soul living in the grey area between ambition and ruin. Kane reminds Phyllis of something familiar. Both have been cast out, both have been duped by people they trusted, and both want to regain power in their own unique ways. For Phyllis, working with Kane on this mysterious AI software project is more than business, it's validation. She wants to prove that she's not just a woman who causes chaos, but one who can harness it to her advantage. However, Phyllis's determination to make this partnership work could come at a heavy cost. Her difficult moral compass, Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, has always seen the danger coming from far away. He knows that Kane doesn't always play by the rules, and he fears Phyllis might get swept into something illegal or catastrophic. Nick is forced to play the undesirable role of rescuer once more, attempting to save a woman who does not want to be saved. Nick's frustration and the complex of the reluctant hero Phyllis and Nick Newman's relationship has always been one of attraction and disappointment. Although he despises her impulsive and self-destructive decisions, he admires her fire and intelligence. This new entanglement with Kane is just another reminder to him that Phyllis is drawn to danger like a moth to flame. Nick's warnings will likely fall on deaf ears. Phyllis hates being told what to do, especially by men who believe they're protecting her from herself. Still, Nick's concern is genuine. He fears not only for Phyllis's freedom but for her heart. He's seen Kane manipulate others before, and in his mind, this partnership can only end one way, with Phyllis betrayed and broken again. Phyllis and Nick's emotional tension may rekindle old feelings. There has always been an undeniable spark between them, despite their frustrations. However, it might not be enough this time. If Phyllis goes too far, especially if her loyalty to Kane crosses into romantic or physical territory, Nick might finally give up on trying to be her savior. Kane Ashby, the charmer with a dangerous secret. Kane Ashby has been treading a dangerous path ever since returning to Genoa City. He's ambitious, cunning, and willing to play dirty to get ahead. The business community in Genoa City has been shocked by his claims that he has powerful AI software, but the question remains, is the software even real? Many people think Kane is lying. Victor Newman, in particular, is persuaded that Kane's innovation is nothing more than a ruse to regain control of Chancellor Industries and intimidate rivals. Nevertheless, Phyllis trusts him. That trust may be what fuels their connection. If Kane truly is bluffing, then his relationship with Phyllis becomes even more dangerous. He might be using her to lend credibility to his scam. However, their alliance may evolve from one of manipulation to one of passion if there is something genuine between them, an emotional connection sparked by shared ambition. In either case, there is intense tension between them. Kane has always known how to charm and seduce. He knows how to read women's emotions and take advantage of their vulnerability. However, Phyllis is difficult to fool. If she suspects that Kane is using her, she could turn on him in spectacular fashion, potentially destroying not just his business empire, but his reputation. The woman who is too familiar with Kane is Lily Winters. Lily Winters has seen the best and worst of Kane. She's forgiven him for lies, infidelity, and countless betrayals. Nevertheless, despite everything, a portion of her cares. That's why she'll be the first to sense when something's off. It won't just be business when Lily confronts Kane about his new partnership with Phyllis, it will also be personal. She will ask for explanations about what he is really doing, who he is becoming, and whether or not he is concealing something risky once more. Their conversation could dredge up years of resentment, guilt, and unfinished emotions. Lily might think the argument is over when they confront each other. However, if she reverts, perhaps because she has forgotten something, she might miss an opportunity. Phyllis and Kane, in private, their explosive chemistry cannot be denied. Lily would be devastated to see the man she once loved involved with another woman, especially one as cunning as Phyllis Summers, whether it was a close call or a full-blown affair. If Lily decides to expose them, it won't be out of vengeance alone. It'll be about truth. She's tired of Kane hiding behind lies. She has grown weary of witnessing Phyllis manipulate those around her. Lily may be attempting to compel accountability by disclosing their secret and ensuring that neither of them escapes unscathed. The Empire strikes back, Victor Newman's counterattack. Meanwhile, in classic Victor Newman fashion, the patriarch will refuse to sit back and let Kane's schemes unfold unchecked. Kane, in Victor's eyes, is a threat to both his family and his empire. Victor will enlist Adam and Chelsea to assist in carrying out the strategy, and the Newman media machine will be used to publicly discredit Kane. This coordinated attack could set off a domino effect. Kane may become trapped by the negative press, making him desperate. Desperation leads to mistakes, and that's when he might seek out Phyllis for comfort. Lines could be crossed after one too many drinks, one emotionally charged confession, and one train ride later. Victor, of course, would relish the fallout. Kane eliminates a rival if it publicly self-destructions. And if Phyllis is caught in the blast, well, Victor has little sympathy for her these days. He warned her repeatedly about her reckless alliances, and now, he'll likely use her downfall as a cautionary tale to others in Genoa City. The train affair, passion on the edge of chaos. The idea of a steamy train affair between Phyllis and Kane is poetic in its own chaotic way. Their personalities are perfectly reflected in a train that never stops moving. Motivated by ego and desire, both are accelerating toward destruction. Their rendezvous might begin as an escape from the chaos around them. Maybe Kane suggests holding a secret meeting to talk about their next move away from prying eyes. Maybe Phyllis agrees because she believes she is in charge. But as the train speeds forward, so does the emotional tension between them. Restricted areas. Heated glances. Frustrations that have not been resolved. The chemistry between Kane and Phyllis has always been under the surface, but now, with both of them under fire from every direction, it might finally ignite. The repercussions will be significant whether they give in completely or merely flirt with disaster. If Lily discovers them or if word gets back to Nick, it could shatter the fragile peace in Genoa City. Jill Abbott, who's already wary of Kane's antics, would be furious to learn he's jeopardized everything over another reckless affair. The decision made by Jill Abbott and possible retaliation. Jill Abbott has always held her family's legacy in the utmost respect. She doesn't want to see Kane fall again because she has seen him fall before. Jill is likely to confront him directly and ask if he has lost his mind once she learns of his connection to Phyllis. For Jill, the danger isn't just personal, it's corporate. If Kane's AI software is fake or illegal, and if Phyllis is helping to promote it, both could face severe legal consequences. Worse still, Chancellor Industries could be embroiled once more in a scandal. Jill won't tolerate that. If Lily exposes the affair, Jill might use the scandal as leverage. Using his indiscretions as evidence of her incompetence, she could force Kane out of the company completely. That would be a poetic downfall for Kane, betrayed by his own lust and ambition. Phyllis's moment of reckoning. Phyllis will find herself at yet another crossroads as the truth unravels. She is accustomed to avoiding scandal, but this one may be different. If Lily exposes her affair with Kane, Phyllis could lose everything: her partnership, her credibility, and possibly Nick's trust forever. Still, there's something oddly liberating about Phyllis's journey. For so long, she's been trying to conform to other people's expectations. Maybe this time, she'll embrace her darker side fully. She might even try to justify her actions by arguing that she and Kane are both mature adults who simply sought consolation in one another during trying times. Whether the audience sympathizes or not, Phyllis's defiance will make for incredible drama. She is a woman who refuses to accept responsibility for her flaws, emotions, and erratic behavior. In a way, that's what makes her so magnetic even when she's wrong. Kane's next move, redemption or ruin? Kane will be faced with a crucial decision if the affair becomes public. Will he attempt self-sacrifice, or will he redouble his efforts and plunge further into self-destruction? Because he is familiar with Kane, he might attempt to alter the narrative by asserting that Phyllis and he are the targets of Victor's manipulation or a smear campaign. However, there is no escaping the truth if Lily reveals it. Kane might be forced to confront his own demons just by seeing the pain in her eyes. Whether he chooses redemption or ruin will determine his long-term future on the show. The repercussions in Genoa City. This train incident could have lasting effects throughout Genoa City for months. Nick might finally cut ties with Phyllis once and for all, pushing her toward another downward spiral. Victor could use the scandal to further discredit Kane, while Jill and Lily might take control of Chancellor to protect it from any more damage. Meanwhile, the gossip mill will go wild. Genoa City thrives on secrets and scandals, and this one, combining betrayal, business fraud, and forbidden passion, will dominate conversations at every coffee shop and boardroom table. There is more to this story than just an affair in the end. It's about trust, power, and the human propensity to make the same mistakes over and over again, no matter how many times we say we've learned from them. Kane and Phyllis are two broken souls searching for validation in the wrong places, and their collision is bound to leave wreckage in its wake. Last Thoughts fans can anticipate an emotional rollercoaster if the Phyllis and Kane train affair arc of The Young and the Restless is actually completed. Every major character, Nick, Lily, Victor, Jill, has a stake in the outcome, and the moral lines will blur more than ever. Will Lily expose them out of pain and righteousness? Will Nick finally let Phyllis face her consequences alone? And will Kane's risky bluff about his AI software fall apart at the same time as his personal life? The flames that Phyllis and Kane share are undeniable, but like all forbidden fires in Genoa City, they are destined to burn bright and then consume everything in their path. Loyalty rewarded, choosing a wedding, and sacrificing position. Spoilers for Friday, October 10, episode of The Young and the Restless hint at some significant drama in Genoa City. A supercouple is rewarded for their loyalty, while another supercouple makes a massive wedding decision, and someone is found in a compromising position. What is anticipated for the show on Friday? Time to find out. Chatham rewarded. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Friday, October 10 indicate that Adam Newman, Mark Grossman, and Chelsea Lawson, Melissa Claire Egan, will be rewarded for their devotion. Be sure to check out the spoilers for this week's Y&R here. Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, will be grateful for this because he will be pleased with the work they did on the Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn, expose. The moustache will do what it can to praise Chadham's efforts. Will they get a trip away? 2 brand new automobiles? A spree of shopping for him? Fans will have to tune in to find out. In addition, will Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, be compensated for his participation? Poor Nick sometimes gets overlooked. The biggest decision about Rockstar and Bug's wedding across town, Y&R fans can expect to see Christine Blair, Laura Lee Bell, and Danny Romalotti, Michael Damian, make a big decision where their wedding is concerned. Check out this article. The Young and the Restless. Jill seizes AI software and returns Billy's chancellor as a peace offering. What could this be about? Will they decide to invite Phyllis Summers, played by Michelle Stafford, out of compassion? That might be an error. Phyllis Summers' compromising position. Regarding Phyllis, Friday's The Young and the Restless spoilers indicate that she will find herself in a precarious position. She was summoned by Kane in the episode that aired on October 9th. The question now is whether the two of them will talk about business or if they will get emotional and engage in something a little more intimate. Plus, who will catch Phyllis in this unexpected state? Could Christian Khalil's Lily Winters observe Kane and Red as they are having an intimate moment? Kane was so emotional when he called and still reeling from that Newman Media article. It will be interesting to see what this all means. What storyline are you most looking forward to during Friday's show? Comment below. Tune into the CBS Soap Daily and check out SOS often for the best Young and the Restless updates, spoilers, and news.